Okay, so here's a quick guideline for straightening these things out. China, Tibet, Vietnam, USA, even Indigenous. You get the feeling like, yeah, you know, this is only fit for high school. Okay, do not run a country this way. Um, that's your caveat. It's only fit for high school. Do not run a country this way. But personally, it's like this. All right. So there's two types of Tibetans now, right? The ones that are staying in Tibet, right? And 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 officially they're Tibetan Chinese, just like just like a Tibetan American or a Vietnamese American. They're like so like or African American. African American is a good one. They're not. They don't have the. So at the moment, right? They don't have the same treaty as Native Americans to the USA. They don't have those treaties, that Native Americans have. They are Tibetan Chinese, right? Tibetan China or Tibetan Chinese, right? And there's the other group, Tibetan diaspora, and they could be like Tibetan French, Tibetan American, right? And same with Vietnamese people. There are the Vietnamese after the war, right, that stayed. And there's the Vietnamese diaspora, Vietnamese American, Vietnamese French, Vietnamese anything diaspora. And so the people, the diaspora portion, right, that want to use the sort of like the like the democratic system to institute change, you know, because the people that control the government, right, people that elect officials, people that talk to like the mayor's wife, people that go to school with the mayor's kid or the president's kid or the president's wife, all that stuff is really people. But the diaspora like the democratic approach, and the people stay like think so like the top down central planning communist socialist one parties. Good better approach. But it doesn't mean. Oh, so did I get to the all the human rights, all the complaints and stuff? So Vietnamese diaspora, they're oh what is that? They also build schools in Vietnam, like they donate to charities in Vietnam, right? And then if some people get mistreated unfairly or something, they complain, uh, but they don't want to, but they don't support like terrorist Vietnamese groups. All right, it's just like here in the U.S., like in there in the USA. You know what I mean? You can have civil rights marches and stuff, but when you start supporting sort of like terrorist groups, um, that's is it's not good. The same thing. So in Tibet, there are sort of like what has been labeled terrorist groups, um, that want to sort of like separate from the greater China proper. Um, Extremists, whatever militants, whatever you want to call them. And then the diaspora, pretty much says Tibet now has been, is now part of Greater China. We're just making sure, that China So the Greater China does not treat Tibetans lesser than say people in Hong Kong or people in Shanghai or anything like that. And there's a lot of ethnicities in China doing the same thing, complaining about the same thing. So no, we do not want, because the incredible amount of red tape, right? Whereas the impression I get, this is the impression I get. I don't know, but the impression I get is like, in other unstable parts of the world, they actually want, it's almost like a change in government every couple of years, like totally new red tape, totally new rules, totally new constitution. Like they're changing red tape, they're changing the bureaucracy. It's like, can you like? It's like there's no continuity. Managers change, like top managers, presidents and ministers, and like the bureaucracy, the turnover every couple of years is like permanent instability. Now, this is totally high school stuff. You should not run a country like this with what I'm saying. If you do, you're totally screwed.